One of the first things to do in order to improve your health, whether you're recovering from cancer or you're an athlete trying to improve your performance, is to improve the quality of your sleep. So a lot of individuals that I've met and that have been my clients, I realize that they're not really aware of what a real good sleep should be. So here's the criteria for what a good sleep is. One, you should fall asleep easily when your head hits the pillow. And two, you should stay asleep throughout the entire night. So no waking up to go to the bathroom, no waking up, looking around, then falling back asleep. It should be a solid period of time. And third, you should wake up feeling refreshed. And that's basically the criteria of what a good sleep is. And sleep is a broad, complex topic, and there's lots of literature and lots of volumes of research that you can go and understand the different phases of sleep and what goes on during it. But it is one of the most fundamental building blocks you need in order to improve anything related to your health. So the most common roadblocks I see, or some common reasons that people have difficulty sleeping, is one, it's a mineral deficiency or a deficiency in the nutrients that are required to tone down the sympathetic nervous system. So generally speaking, it's a magnesium deficiency. So it can be taurine as well, but a lot of individuals lack enough magnesium that they need to relax their sympathetic nervous system, and that keeps them wired before they're going to bed. They'll have a tough time falling asleep. They'll have a shallow sleep, and if they're not, they won't be able to get into the deep sleep and relax. So the most important thing is to use the right form of magnesiums, because not every form of magnesium will work for sleep. It has to be a magnesium that will lower the stress hormones. So like magnesium orotate or magnesium glycinate. The best product on the market is Ubermag by Poliquin Performance. It's that is a good form that covers a lot of bases that will work for sleep. It's the next problem with sleep is reactive hypoglycemia, or people have poor diet and poor blood sugar issues, and due to that they'll wake up during the night because their blood sugar drops too much, and that will pull them out of a deep sleep. So that will be addressed more on the diet side of the talk. And the next issue that could happen is when males are waking up to go to the bathroom pretty frequently. Usually it's just inflammation of the prostate. It's pretty simple to deal with a lot of times. A lot of times just a modified citrus pectin, 15 grams at breakfast, 15 grams before you go to bed. A lot of zinc. I would use Uber Zinc. You'd have to get your zinc status up to normal, so there may be some testing required, but some zinc and then some saw palmetto will reduce inflammation of the prostate and allow those individuals to sleep right throughout the night. Another common reason is excessive toxicity. So Dr. Mark Schaus just wrote a phenomenal book, Achieving Victory Over a Toxic World. And if you have any kind of impaired detoxification ability, your sleep will suffer, and you'll notice that you wake up a lot between 1 and 3 at night. And that can be remedied through a variety of detoxification protocols. And another one is just simply there's too much light around an individual's room. So the alarm clock shining on them, the little lights from computers and phones, all that stuff will really pull them out of a deep sleep, because the light is a huge stimulator on the nervous system. So when light is hitting the nervous system and the body, and it's constantly causing you to be wired while you're trying to sleep, you won't ever hit the right rhythms and depth of sleep that you're supposed to be in. So the first thing to do is to make sure your room is pitch black, and that you black out your windows, and that there is no light, not even like a little red light shining from your TV, none of that. It should be completely black. And that'll allow you to really experience what it's like sleeping in a cave and being out in the country. And the last thing for this talk that I'll talk about is electromagnetic frequencies that are interfering with people's abilities to relax and go into deep sleep. So sleeping with a cell phone beside your head will drastically reduce the amount of REM sleep you get. And even if the cell phone isn't beside your head, because you could probably bring a computer in and log onto any wireless router, your body is still being bombarded with those electromagnetic frequencies. And that does drastically impact a nervous system, and it will reduce the quality of sleep. So a lot of individuals will notice they have far better sleeps when they're out in the country. Well, that's one of the reasons why. It's their nervous system isn't being stimulated or depolarized by other electrical frequencies. So there are products on the market that deflect those frequencies from your room that I'll be putting on my website and making available to everybody through that. But for right now, one of the most important things to do is don't have any type of electronic equipment in your room. So don't have your cell phone in your room by your head. Don't have a TV. Keep your computer outside the room and keep your alarm clock a couple feet away from your head, like 3 feet away, and cover it up so that the light isn't shining on your eyes if you need to use an alarm clock. And the best type of alarm clock to use actually is one that will emit a light about 15 minutes before you're ready to wake up, so that light will start to stimulate the production of cortisol, and because you blacked out your windows, remember? And that production of cortisol is your energy hormone that will pull you out of the depths of sleep and make you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to go. So a lot of times in the winter time people feel a lot groggier waking up because they're waking up and it's pitch black. They need light to stimulate and wake up the nervous system. So those are some of the most fundamental tips on sleep that I think people need to incorporate into their routine and make a real effort to get that as one of the primary focuses of your health plan in order to achieve any type of health goal you have. Okay? Thanks.